we become old and all these problems happen. Then why it happens? They all gave their own explanations, which were very similar, that the one who made us, created us, he or she, if, well, nobody believed in she anyway, so she is a modern way, determined how long we should live and how long we should die, when should we die, and what kind of problems should happen. This is all predetermined. Yeah? And you cannot question it. And if we accept that premises or this answer, what are its consequences then? ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਿਵੀਲਡ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਨੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਸੁਪਰ ਪਾਵਰ ਨੇ, ਜਿਨਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਨਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਨਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈ, that is the one deciding our life, when it will terminate and how it will terminate. How many of you intuitively and honestly say that that is a quite all right, that's a right answer? Huh? How many of you think like, can you? Because I say it's a wrong answer and I raise my hand. How many would like to join me in raising the hand? Okay, relatively much better response here. It's almost 30-40%. So 60% have not agreed to this, that that's a wrong answer. And why I said that this was a very good response, because in my other Indian lectures, sometimes not even 5% people have raised the hand for that this is a wrong answer. So only for kai var drug institute Lucknow वगैरह च बड़े करने बैठे ने सारे बड़े साइंटिस्ट, स्टूडेंट्स को घट ही सन, वो सारे अपने आप को फेमस क्लेम करना चाहते हैं. इस क्वेश्चन ते आके the other answer is correct. So what is the implication of this assumption? If you say that that answer is correct, what does it mean then? Those who say that it was correct, they have to tell me, nah, okay, then what does it mean? Those who thought it was wrong answer. So why the other people are thinking दो चार मिनट आपस चलाओ जे those who say इस viewpoint का implication की, what does it mean actually? If we believe in that system or we don't believe in that system, it has those implications. What do you think? क्योंकि ऐसा कोई जवाब नहीं है, कोई regular जवाब कोई नहीं. One can only talk about possibilities. That what are the implications? That if I believe in that, yes, God created all this all this pre-programmed, everything is determined. हुक्म बगैर पत्ता भी नहीं हिलना. तो इदी फिर implication की है? Would you like to take 2-3 minutes among yourself? Just make हाँ कि भी इदा मतलब की है. If you want to have that discussion, talk with your neighbor. Yeah, कि भी इदा की मतलब? Can we say something? Oh, this is also my trick to take little rest now. So. Gurmeet? किथे गुर वाह तुसी आपस कर लिया कोई छोटी मोटी गल्लां विक्रांत जी ये बीच में हमारा डिस्कशन वगैरह का चक्कर चल रहा होता है ये भी आपके लिए ठीक है इसको यू आर कंटिन्यूइंग विद दैट हाँ कंटिन्यू ही करना पड़ेगा हाँ क्योंकि वो नॉर्मल सेटअप से दिस इज अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट सेटअप चलो देखते हैं सो अगर 8 दिन में काम ना हमारा ख़त्म हुआ तो हो सकता है और भी बढ़ जाए लंबा तो हु वुड लाइक टू से समथिंग अबाउट इट जी ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ इमन ਉਹਨੂੰ ईमान भी कह सकते हैं Fine, we'll- जी हाँ Yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. And
at the same time, I would think इस बंदे ने इतनी साल इतनी मेहनत की है पहले से ही was a genius. knowledge ही था मंदिरों में भी वो लगा रहता था मिट्टी पे theorems करने में his entire brain was invested in it throughout his life. So having such kind of ideas in his brain, I mean, we just cannot say that if we say so, we would be underestimating the power of brain of a person. I mean, I'm confused
okay.
with these.
How many of you know about Ramanujan? And have you seen this film? Iman is talking about wonderful film. Although one of my Tamil students told me that the Indian version of that, made in Tamil language, that's much better film because this was made for the Western audience and very short. But how does it deal with the question I was giving to you? That those who think, like even Ramanujan, that if he thinks that it was who was giving him the solution, because that was the problem, because he never showed all the steps in the solution of the problem, but the problem was solved correctly. And that's why all those Hardings and those guys who called him, they really appreciated him. So in his case, what do you say, Ramanujan was wrong or right? But that was not the question, because here we are becoming very specific on one example, Ramanujan. Maybe the simple answer is maybe he was so humble. Yeah, one can say that. He was so humble that he didn't know how to handle his own this insight into mathematics. And he just gave credit to some superpowers, yeah, which is what religion tries to teach at some stage. That's all right, when you are it's very easy to become self-confident and arrogant. So you need a kind of a governance, that how to govern it. So one way is to go before yourself something bigger than yourself or anything. You know, so that is an issue of actually ethics, that how should we behave. So one way which people have been creating before, it has maybe helped them. That when you are, but I have experience with scientists that I had some friends, so that girl was an atomic physicist, or actually watching the birth and death of stars. Yeah? And she tells me the stories that when she's sitting in this big telescope in Chile, there are fantastic, these big planetaria there. She has spent 2-3 hours looking at these stars are being born and dying and other. And then when she comes out, she looks at the Brahmand. She says that I always fall down crying. Yeah, that what a wonderful world. And she is the most atheistic person. Very powerful scientist, absolute anti-religion. But that experience that I as a nothing in this universe am able to understand so much. We have made the trick. That gratefulness comes to her and she becomes so humble without the need of bowing before any supernatural. just the realization that I as a human being am able to understand this huge thing, why should we surrender to anybody? We surrender to our own achievement, our own. It's not arrogance. I have experienced myself sitting on the microscope, watching the cells, young cells, old cells, and जिन्होंने कहते बाल खड़े हुए हैं times. And sometimes I have felt that yes, I would like to try. And what was the beauty? The beauty of the cell. Okay, how beautiful it is. And then how badly designed it is, how poor it is. It is full of problems. There is so much bad proteins, bad DNA, and still it's functioning, and it's a living system. And I am able to see it. We have made the technology, and my curiosity makes me even more ethical. Yeah, that's what we'll come to the scientific part, that how science makes us ethical. So people have tried different ways of relating to the universe and then feeling grateful in one or the other way. Baba Nanak di kahani je fir le liye. When Guru Nanak ji, he went to the temple of Puri in Odisha. You know this story maybe? Because they asked him, he was all the time traveling, so when he went there, so they asked him, are you a Hindu or a Muslim? This is an irrelevant question, I can't answer it. This is not, because he believed in the universality of people, that's a wrong question, I cannot answer it. They said, then you cannot enter into the temple. So then the story is so stories say that then he went away to the seashore, which was about few hundred meters away, and that's where he lies down, and it's evening time, aarti da time ho raha hai, and he is looking on to the Brahmand, and it was a clear sky, and of course it's a wonderful experience. एक फिलोसफर टाइप बंदा, एक पोएटिक टाइप बंदा है, ਉਹਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਚੀਜ਼ ਟੁੰਬੇਗੀ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨੂੰ ਟੁੰਬਣੀ ਹੋਰ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਰਤੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਬਈ ਐ ਵੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਰਤੀ ਗगन में थाल रवचंद दीपक बने तारिका मंडल जनक मोती धूप मल आन पवन चव रोह कहिए सगल आए फुलंत ज्योति कैसी आरती होए भवखंड ना तेरी आरती ये आरती वखरी है ये मैं भी गाना हाँ जी ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਟੱਲੀਆਂ ਵਜਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਮੱਥੇ ਘਿਸਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਵੇਦਨਸ਼ੀਲ ਇੱਕ sensitive human beings feelings towards the universe. But if we just reduce it to some kind of magic thing, then the second part of the story is when they open the curtain inside and the Bhagwan ji sab gum hai wahan se. Then they are searching for, and when they find him sitting in the fields of Baba Nanak. Okay, that's crap. Yeah? Because we shouldn't take that seriously part. So, but the first part is very inspiring. First part is inspiring. Look at the sky. So, but those in modern times also, 60% of you, who would like to say that that other kind of explanation from revealed knowledge, that answer to aging and death is already given by that knowledge, that is correct. Why do you say so? Yes.
Not correct. Actually, God is also a scientist.
Ji.
He also not giving miracles.
Uh-huh.
Actually, we talk about revealed knowledge. Revealed knowledge, to get revealed knowledge, then we find to it. Actually, we find revealed knowledge by taking science knowledge.
Give me some example, please. No, say in whichever language is easy for you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ? ਰਮਨਦੀਪ. ਰਮਨਦੀਪ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨਾਲ who agrees and who disagrees? Anybody who disagrees straight away first? Or you agree? I would like to hear, can you add on to something what Ramandeep said? Because the God himself... ਹਾਂਜੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉੱਚੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So does that mean that we are testing the idea of the revealed knowledge given by God or whatever? So are we testing that? Are we doubting the idea? Why do we need to test it? Because that is the requirement in that one, to be taken as full package. Yeah. Because if you start doubting, testing basically means that you don't trust that statement. Yeah. So how do you know that God wants that?
Because
Huh?
if you God also know science before us, we find it that all the science are after God.
Okay, well that's your position, which is very, very important, and we have to just think more about it. That is that the position we also agree, majority people. Who else would like to support her? I support her.
I support that because, it's a very tricky question because individual.
Hmm.
Because one person will tell you that my belief is this, that there is a supreme being who is responsible for origin and everything.
Mhm.
But on the other side, when you look on the science side, the wind will be on the other side. He'll be thinking about the origin of species and everything.
Yeah.
So whatever Charles Darwin is thinking and what the supreme being is thinking, these are two concepts that are really contradicting on each other.
So you are actually disagreeing with what she said. No, I'm a bit worried because this is getting into a very important but a little side discussion, because that will immediately lead to the existence of God and beliefs in God and whose viewpoint. That will take away from the molecular theology. I would love to go into that discussion. That's also my favorite area, but that will take much more time. But this question which we are coming to, in general thing, yeah. Other people were also discussing among yourself. So she thought that that was a correct answer. Anybody from the group who says that was not a correct answer? Anji, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਬੇਟਾ? Arshdeep, okay. तो टेस्ट ना करना, within 5 minutes में भुलने शुरू हो जाने नाम. Right. Yeah, it happens like that now. Been decided by whatever epigenetic, then the cell is into that path. Your every action determines what is to follow. So you cannot undo, well, so you can undo, so that's one very proper way of thinking about that. But here, also trying to come under these 4 questions becomes that this, which Arshdeep said, that questioning and step by step what you decide will lead to the next question, that is not possible in this kind of knowledge system. Yeah. Knowledge system, revealed knowledge system, wants you to accept the solution given already. You can then make your kind of studies, observation, or do even experiment or testing, basically to reprove the same idea. Because shocked that if when you try to test that, the results are opposite to what was written in the original text. Because then what should you accept? Your results? You. If you, that means the previous results were false or wrong. How will that affect you? Yeah, your whole system collapses. Because the system baniya, belief the system, that is other such jugad such. There is no way for it to go wrong. But if you do something and you find it's wrong, you are in existentialist crisis. Then you have to kill yourself. Or kill others who make you think like that. So what I was talking, मैं इसी स्पीड पे फिर इस साल में वापस डेनमार्क नहीं पहुंचता because you are very intelligent guys, very intelligent, very interesting, and it's just a matter of waking up more and more. And all these discussions will carry on, if not in the classroom, maybe at a cup of coffee, tea, and those are fascinating. Anybody else to join Ramandeep Kaur, who is a great sporter? Hanji.
Actually, I support her idea because there is something that is taken care of very, very minute things like small, small molecules and microcarriers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We, as a scientists, are just unfolding that knowledge. Because when we are born, we don't know what is science. We just, we go to school, we read books, and we come to know, okay, this is solar systems and all that stuff. But being scientists, we are actually unfolding those things that are already created
Mm-hmm.
and that are already present in nature.
And we are just trying to give proof in support of that. And when our proofs are not in support of that, then what?
Maybe when they are not in support of that, maybe the revealed knowledge has throughout the years have been modified and stories have been added to it.
Mhm.
Maybe that is just kind of modification to it.
ये बात नहीं देना.
Yes, sir.
Say. Then you are trying to modify the modifications. Yeah, because we cannot challenge the first premises. Yeah, we are
Because
so.
just like you told that the same story of
Yeah.
Quran and Page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I too feel that somehow it can't be like 10 दिन वही नदी से रहे थे.
सारा ज्ञान आ गया. No, you have to apply for the grant and. Yeah.
Maybe with time the stories have been quite modified.
Yeah. No.
Extend or
Yeah, but that's easy to get rid of the story parts. Yeah, that's easy, although we often don't dare to even do that. Like when I told the story of Puri temple, the second part of the story, that's irrelevant. But even to cut that out becomes a very dangerous action. But here also in your case, the starting premises is the one who created. So we do not want to go into that discussion today, that whether there is somebody like that or not. ਉਹ ਲੰਬੀ ਦਾੜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਰੂਪ ਦਾ or people say that actually God is a black woman. That's the most recent concept because they have discovered, they found that it's actually a black woman, the God. It's giving a lot of trouble. So we won't go to, because in that discussion we'll be trapped forever. But here, if we take that is one way of getting knowledge in this world, which people think that revealed knowledge is one pathway. The implications which I was trying to hear from you was what? The implication will come from that. That means you know the answer. You know the answer why we become old, why we will one day die, why we will get some diseases, some will get, some will not get. Yeah? That basically we have the answers for that in that system. So then you have the answer, and when you have the answers given to you, it stops all further inquiry. And that's where Arshdeep, step by step. The given knowledge stops all inquiry. You have to accept it. All inquiry is to add to the same knowledge, to prove it, not to test its accuracy or inaccuracy. No way. You can only, like you use a very good word, unfolding. That means it's already there. You are just unfolding it. Yeah, no, that is a viewpoint. So you can either unfold it, but it won't give any new understanding. It won't give any new knowledge, because knowledge is already there. So then comes through taking the revealed knowledge pathway, all discussions are stopped, all new thinking is in a way discouraged or suppressed, and when those ways of thinking become powerful, socially, politically, then that is how then the countries live. We have lots of examples in different countries, what kind of knowledge is allowed and not allowed, what kind of behavior is allowed and not allowed. ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਸੇ viewpoint ਦਾ continuation ਹੈ, because the individual doesn't matter in those things. It is always either a group or sometimes we talk the universality. So, and that is, so 40% of you, no, 60% of you who did not agree with my hand that that was a wrong answer, you have a choice whether to waste your next 7 days or not, because you know the answer. What can I tell you? So you should be happy. On the jawab pata hai. Then why are we here? That is our problem. Anji.
Sir, if we go back to the origin of this revealed knowledge,
Ji.
sir, if we talk about the hunters and gatherers,
Uh-huh.
they didn't have access to any such of a scripture that they could follow by and know that this is what we should do and this is what we shouldn't do.
Hmm.
They just went with the what is most convenient and to, to survive.
Yeah.
Be it through, their needs.
Hmm.
They had to fulfill their needs. So at that point of time, there was no question of this revealed knowledge.
Yes.
Sometimes it is the phrase that comes to my mind that is it that humans that made God? I don't know.
Yeah, you are a bit hesitant, but you are almost saying the things I would like to say. Yeah, so, yeah, no, again, that's a very wider discussion. That how did people live before the concept of any kind of God? Yeah, so, yes.
I think at that time, whatever was not accepted
Huh.
was termed as
They were all worshippers of nature because you couldn't understand how the rains come or the floods come. Yeah. Yeah, we need to just invite here some sociologists and who can give us a good introduction on the origin of religion. Yeah. So that's a fascinating topic. My own teacher, Robin Holliday, he wrote an article before his death, which was published in my journal, Biogerontology, Aging and the Origin of Religion. Yeah, so you can try to find that, where he gives certain arguments that when people started observing that there are old people, that if you live long enough, you will become old, and that old age will be full of maybe suffering. Yeah? Because, and then there was, then how to teach young people that behave nicely, save yourself so that you can live better and longer. Because then they can see that if I live better and longer, this is what is standing in front of me. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਨੇ ਬੁੱਧਾ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਚ ਪਾਤਾ ਕਿ ਬੁੱਧਾ said, does that happen to everybody? Yes, if you live long enough. Oh, what the hell? Then what kind of life I am having if I have all these comforts and everything? I am the son of a king. If that's going to happen to me also, Sarthi, what was his friend's name? He said, yes, that's going to happen to you also. Oh, the poor fellow got totally lost. He lost his mind. So I just lost my own track. So anyway, but that part, the origin of religion, etc., again, a totally fascinating area, but we have to stay within our framework. So what we can, 60% of you can still disagree with me, and you have the choice not to waste your time or just have fun. Yeah. Then the other part of the revealed knowledge, okay, if revealed knowledge is the one which is not going to help to go through this course, then what should we do? What is the other way of having the knowledge? And in your discussions, that concept has already been coming little bit at a time, but here I'm trying to make it systematically. The other kind of knowledge is called derived knowledge. So what does this word mean to anybody? Anybody? Pehla ki impression comes into your mind by reading this word, derived knowledge. Ki hoega? What is the meaning of this word? Hanji? Okay. She says that the knowledge which somebody else has given, get it from that. But that can also be the man who gives you might have got it revealed. So Sadhguru ji ਦੀ ਮੈਂ example ਲੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਂ ਤੇ Sadhguru ji ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ knowledge ਲਵਾਂਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ, will that be under derived knowledge kind of concept? Okay, well, that's what you think. Is that clear with that? Hanji? Knowledge through experience. Okay. Right. So it shouldn't. Yeah. So any component of revealed knowledge in that. Huh? So what you said, we are already disagreeing 3-4 people. So why do you agree? You had so your opinion, you should justify it. ਇਹ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ 3 ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਨ ਗਏ ਝੱਟ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਲਤ ਹੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਿਵੀਲਡ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਵਾਲਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਉਹੀ ਹੈ ਡਰਾਈਵਡ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਰਿਵੀਲਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਹੀ ਆਏਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਅਗਲੇ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਟਾਕ ਹੇਅਰ 7-8 days it has been revealed to me and I give it to you, so it becomes the other thing is that whatever you say, in my mind I might disagree for the sake of provoking, so that your own opinion must come out, must learn to stick your neck out, take your responsibility. In our interviewing, don't take responsibility. Whenever we go into any discussions, we go to generalization. ਇੰਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਵਿਊ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਵਿਊ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ ਯੂ ਟੇਕ ਯੋਰ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਗਲਤ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਠੀਕ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਬਾਤ ਦੇਖ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਏਬਲ ਟੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਿਦ ਸਰਟਨ ਇੰਟਿਊਟਿਵ ਫੀਲਿੰਗਸ and then explore them and then be willing to reject when they are wrong. Revealed knowledge ਦੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਡੇਰੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਕੋਲ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ and they always these people give you some solution. They give you some solution and then you follow that solution and things don't work out. So what happens in the revealed knowledge pathway? Then I blame myself. Oh man, ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਮੰਤਰ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਪੂਰੇ ਪਾਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਵਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਈਪੋਥੇਸਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸੋ ਯੂ ਕੈਨਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਦ ਵਿਊ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ original thought that doing this thing will help you, and if it doesn't help you then we blame the person who is doing it. That's another important sign of, and that's that work ਕਿ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਸੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਕੋਲ ਚਲਾ ਵੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਬਹਿਸ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਬਹਿਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ and I become angry and I disrespect him. Oh, Baba will be angry with me. So no, we are both excited. And while coming out, I'm careless. And of course, I will maybe slip and fall down or break my leg. So the chances are, Baba has won. His curse has won. Baba ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਨਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੂਰਖਤਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਕਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਐਸੀ ਤੈਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਡਿੱਗਿਆ ਤਿਲਕ ਗਿਆ ਪਰ ਨੰਬਰ ਬਾਬਾ ਲੈ ਗਿਆ So that's the problems of the revealed knowledge. So derived knowledge, they could just to stay on time. Again, the characteristics are, first of all, it's a slow and progressive process, and that Arshdeep had perhaps touched on that. Small steps. You correct some information, then you'll make societies or your life based on that information, and then when new information comes, more progress will happen. And every individual can contribute to that. There is no such thing that this cannot be done by that person. Although our societies have been living like that for a long time. Women cannot do these things. Blacks cannot do these things. Within India, again, our regionalism, our casteism, and all those kind of things. Derived knowledge thinkers will never, ever, at any level, believe in that concept that there are only some special individuals who can do things and some are not. Just by virtue of being there, whether based on their gender or race or color or caste or whatever. That's the requirement. And not to be taken unconditionally. You take it that right now this is how things we understand. But when knowledge will change, more ideas will come, we will change that principle. That is how the history of science is. There have been a lot of stupid things even in science. People believed in strange kind of stuffs and a lot of bad things were done. But in principle, derived knowledge never demands absolute acceptance for all the time. So you can test it, and if the results are different, you try to test it 2, 3, 4 times that it's not your method which is wrong. But then you change the hypothesis, the idea. You don't blame the big mistakes 1, 2, 3 times, but that's a question of statistics and number. But the idea is always open to be challenged. Every statement in derived knowledge that's what constantly modifiable. So derived knowledge is the basis of science. Science depends upon these principles. So if anybody claims that this scientific or this is the science, because a lot of religious people also say this is a very scientific religion. Yeah. So according to this way of understanding, there is no coming together. Those things are not possible. We drag our argument. Some people even in modern times, again I feel so about that. People try to prove Baba Nanak was a scientist. What do you want to do with Baba Nanak as a scientist? You want to give him a PhD degree and write Dr. Nanak PhD, DSc? Yeah. Treat that person in his own right, as a philosopher, as a poet, as a great thinker, as a humanist. Do anything. But no, a lot of Sikh intellectuals in big universities, there are chairs created like that, trying to prove Sikhism is the most scientific religion. They have good jobs, they have good luck to them. Yeah. Why I'm talking these things here? Because all here where you are studying science, most likely, well, I don't know how many of you will become full-time scientists, that you will be earning your living also through science. Earn your living through science, but you still carry the luggage of some other kind of way of knowing. For me, it is very difficult. Maybe you are the brave people who can combine it. In ideal situations, it should not be combined. So in this course, first of all, we are going to take the path of derived knowledge. The social aspects, which are very important because they are emotional, they affect our daily life, we will take them separately. Either in the after the classes, over lunches, dinners, those are very important aspects. Some of those aspects, you will get a taste of that on the 16th when I have invited a sociologist who has done her PhD in social gerontology to talk about aging from. Yeah. And she is very hesitant and terrified that whether these high-tech biology students will even like that. And I said, no, you give them the taste. You should at least have a taste of how sociologists think about the problem which we are going to talk at the biology level. Especially the problem of aging cannot be dealt without social issue also. Specially invited guest, well, I can already reveal, she also niece, she's Dr. sister. She did her PhD from GNDU on social gerontology. And to the best of my experience, she at the moment is one of the best thinkers in India about aging. And I have heard her 1 or 2 talks, etc. So she's also terrified, but we want to share the experience. So that will be coming Monday evening, then Tuesday morning, she will be given this 2 hour thing. So, okay, so now we have to take the path of derived knowledge, for which you have come on a course, GIAN course. And you know the title of the course? So everybody knew that you are coming for a course called molecular gerontology. Other 2 words are focus words here later on. So now you have to help me to make the course, that you must have come with some expectations that Suresh Ratan is coming, he will be talking about anything. So what do you want me to talk about? We have to make a course together, first of all. So generally, well, because you are 50 students, I like to make small groups of 4 or 5 that they can discuss. So we need to know from as many people, a blackboard. So, because, so you have to raise the questions basically. That's the path of derived knowledge. We raise the question. What do we want to understand? Yeah. And remember that we have these 7 days. So it's not just one question. Why? So, एक ही आ रहा है जी, ये डिसरप्शन ना करो. talking with each other or something, okay, I need to know from you, and you don't have to impress me. You don't have to look into that booklet you have been given the course. What do you want to learn or understand or listen? कि ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ 5-10 question ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ. So we need, that will be the basis of the course, and that is how the course will move. For the GIAN grant purposes, Gurcharan and I, we made a program that was just the because they need to see things. But this is absolutely flexible course. That will be the primary. Of course, within the question of gerontology is the study of aging. Although it's in the Greek word, we meant study aged. Gero is an old person, but gerontology became aging, study of aging. And we are having biogerontology. And within biology, the title is molecular because that's a fashion, molecular biology. Basically, it's a biology. I am a biogerontologist because I try to understand it by logic. Please take a little bit break. Take a little break, and he has brought the cup of tea. So if you allow me, I can then disappear and take some. You take your time to find out your own question, and then what we will do is basically from one row at a time have one question. Automatically group ho jai ban janda. I know that without discussing each other, there will be a lot of overlap. You might have the same question, then we'll sort it out. But first I want to see what areas your brains are going into this. If you are asking questions, what would you like to know? Right from, does God exist? No, वो नहीं करना. ठीक है? Exactly 1 hour. So I also 10 minutes. You are welcome to go around. Those who need to take care of your. हाँ? इतने मैंने शर्म आएगी थोड़ी जी.